Hi everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and today I thought I would tell you about how I declutter. I have been on this process for a while. I'm talking about 2 years. I have a ways to go. I've hit it really hard over the last few months, but I thought it would be interesting to discuss how I declutter and see if that is helpful to you. Marie Kondo is considered an expert on decluttering. She has a book on how to declutter, and I read that, and my daughter gave me that, and it really started me on my journey. But she suggests that you go category by category and that you pull everything out in the same category. For instance, you pull out all of your clothes onto your bed and sort through all of your clothes. I cannot do that. I would find that horribly um, overwhelming. There is no way I could pull out everything in one category and then sort through it. And there are people that have had trouble with this method as well. They find it overwhelming. They get to the end of the day, their bed is still covered, then they don't have anywhere to sleep. I've even known some people that said they had to sleep on the couch because they could not get through that process. So I have made a video on how I declutter and where to start. And this is totally based on how I have done it and how I have been able to deal with it. And so I start with the easiest stuff first. And my video on where to start on decluttering actually talks about that. But I have to do it alone. And this is something I haven't talked about. I have to do it alone. It is a very personal experience decluttering the stuff that you've accumulated over a lot of years. It is very personal. It is very individual. It is very aggravating, stressful, emotional. There's so many things that go into it that you have to be the one to go through it alone. There are people that have said they've had decluttering parties and they've had family and friends come over and help them go through things. That would just totally stress me out because I have to make the decision myself on my stuff, on whether it stays and whether it goes. There are no rules on decluttering. There are no rules on minimalism. There are no rules on how much you keep, what you should keep, how many you should keep, of how many items, what items. It is totally up to you on what makes your house the way you want it and the peace that you want to get from this experience. And Marie Kondo has very definite ideas about how you should hold each item and see if it sparks joy. If it has been something that you've had that you need to get rid of but you don't know how to get rid of, she suggests that you actually hold the item, thank it for its service, and let it go. And when I first read this book, I thought that was the craziest thing I have ever heard. But you know, it works. I've actually tried it on some things that I've had way too long that I don't need to keep, that I know I don't need to keep, but I had a hard time letting them go. And they served no purpose in my house. And I actually would hold the item, thank it for the years of service that I've got from this item, and put it in the donate bag. And it really does help you let those things go. And so I encourage you to try that. As silly as it may sound, it does help you part with some items. She also suggests that you visualize how you want your home to look and keep that as a goal in your head. And that really has worked for me. I have been able to visualize the way I want things to look. I've been able to get some things there, and it really does help you stay on track. And she doesn't suggest that you go room to room. I have gone room to room, and I talk about some of this in my decluttering video on where to start. But I go room to room and I do all the easy stuff. And so I kind of do it in layers, and I've even done this in outbuildings. My husband says you're never going to finish anything because I go to one outbuilding and I do the easy stuff. Then I go to another outbuilding and I do the easy stuff. But I'm making huge progress, but I haven't finished anything completely in those outbuildings, but I'm doing it in layers. And so it's kind of like an onion method where you're decluttering in layers, but you're actually seeing progress. So when you're feeling wasteful, one of the things that works for me is I look at if I can reuse it, if I can repurpose it, if I can use it, if I am using it. And if none of those things fit, then I look at if I can sell it or if I can donate it. Sometimes it's trash. And if it is, it just is. It just is. So just throw it away and don't think about it. A lot of people will suggest that you take pictures of things you're having trouble parting with. I have never taken pictures. I don't feel like pictures are right for me. For one thing, I am not good with electronic devices. And if I take pictures, next thing you know, it's deleted and it's gone. And then there would be another meltdown. So I don't take pictures of things. I keep things that are important. I get rid of things that are not. And I keep things that are in that visual mindset that I have of what I want things to look like. I've tried to give up the what ifs. What if I need this in the future? What if somebody in my family needs this in the future? What if I have to repurchase this? And I've just looked at it as, what if the stars align and I need this? How silly is that? This is what we're doing when we're doing what ifs. And so I have decided the what ifs they've got to go. If I have to sit there and say what if 3 or 4 times, then it doesn't need to stay anymore. And so I hope this has been helpful to you. If it has been, please like and subscribe. And I hope you are having a good journey in your decluttering. It is a huge process to undertake. So bravo if you have started it. And I will see you in the next video. Remember, if you take care of your pennies, your dollars will take care of themselves.